Good morning. Today we are going to read the story The Three Bears by Paul Gadolm. This is the front page of the story, the spine of the book, and the back page of the book. Once upon a time, there were three bears who lived together in a house of their own in the woods. One was a baby bear, one was a middle-sized bear, and one was a great big bear. They each had one bowl for their porridge. The little wee bear had a little wee bowl, the middle-sized bear had a middle-sized bowl, and the great big bear had a great big bowl. They each had a chair to sit in. The little bear had a little chair. The middle-sized bear had a middle-sized chair. And the great big bear had a great big chair. And they each had a bed to sleep in. The little bear had a little bed. The middle-sized bear had a middle-sized bed. And the great big bear had a great big bed. One morning, the three bears made porridge for breakfast. They poured it into their bowls, but it was too hot. So they decided to go for a walk in the woods until it cooled down. While the three bears were walking, what do you think's going to happen? Let's see. A little girl named Goldilocks came to their house. There's Goldilocks. First, she looked in the window, and then she peeked through the keyhole. Of course, there was nobody inside. Goldilocks turned the handle of the door. The door was locked because the three bears were was unlocked because they were trusting bears. They did no one any harm and never thought anyone would harm them. So Goldilocks opened the door and went right in. There was the porridge on the table. It smelled very, very good. Goldilocks didn't stop to think whose porridge it was. She went straight to it, though. She's looking at the bowls. I wonder what she's thinking when she's looking at it. First, she tasted the porridge of the great big bear. It was too hot. She tasted the porridge of the middle-sized bear, but it was too cold. She tasted the porridge of the little wee bear. It was neither too hot nor too cold, but it was just right. Goldilocks liked it so much that she ate it all up. Then Goldilocks went into the parlor to see what else she could find. Let's see. There were the three chairs. She first sat down in the great big chair, but it was too hard. She sat down in the chair of the middle-sized bear, but it was too soft. And she sat down in the chair of the little wee bear, and it was neither too hard nor too soft. Goldilocks liked it so much she rocked and she rocked until the bottom of the chair fell out. Down she went plump onto the floor. Goldilocks went into the bedroom where the three bears slept. First, she lay down on the bed of the great big bear, but it was too high at the head for her. So she lay down upon the bed of the middle-sized bear, but it was too high at the foot for her. So she lay down at the bed of the little wee bear. It was neither too high at the head nor too high at the foot, but just right. Goldilocks liked it so much that she covered herself and fell fast asleep. By this time, the three bears thought their porridge would be cool enough, so they came home for breakfast. There they are, they're coming home. Let's see what happens. Goldilocks had left the spoon and the great big bear in his porridge. He noticed it first thing. "Somebody has been tasting my porridge," said the great big bear in a great big voice. Goldilocks had left the spoon in the middle-sized bear in her porridge too. "Somebody has been tasting my porridge," said the middle-sized bear. Then the little wee bear looked at his bowl. "Somebody has been tasting my porridge and has eaten it all up," cried the little wee bear in his little wee voice. The three bears went into the parlor. Goldilocks had left the cushion crooked in the chair of the great big bear. He noticed the first thing. "Somebody's been sitting in my chair," said the great big bear in a great big voice. Goldilocks had squashed down the cushion in the chair of the middle-sized bear. "Somebody's been sitting in my chair," said the middle-sized bear in her middle-sized voice. The little wee bear looked at his chair. "Somebody's been sitting in my chair and sat right through it," cried the little wee bear in a little wee voice. The three bears went into the bedroom. Oh no, what are we going to find in the bedroom? Goldilocks had pulled the pillow of the great big bear out of place. He noticed the first thing. "Somebody has been lying in my bed," said the great big bear. Goldilocks had pulled the blanket of the middle-sized bear out of place. "Somebody's been sitting in my bed, laying in my bed," said the middle-sized bear. Then the little wee bear looked at his bed. "Somebody has been lying in my bed, and here she is," said the little wee bear. This woke Goldilocks up at once. There were the three bears just staring at her. Goldilocks was so frightened that she tumbled out of bed and ran to the open window. Out she jumped, and she ran away as fast as she could, never looking behind her. No one knows what happened to Goldilocks after that. As for the three bears, they never saw her again. Have a great day.